Hey guys, it's Jean here, and today I'm going to talk about my spring TBR. In the Northern Hemisphere, it must be getting pretty cold at the moment. I know it's autumn, you're all drinking pumpkin spice lattes and whatnot, but in the Southern Hemisphere, it's heating up for summer, especially here in Brisbane. So I'm going to talk about my spring TBR, also part of the Love Oz YA bloggers meme as well. Currently reading Tash Hart's Tolstoy by Catherine Ormsby. I've heard a lot of good things about this book despite the unappealing cover, but I'm about 3 or 4 chapters in and I'm really enjoying it. It's about a girl who runs a web series on YouTube and it suddenly launches into fame and she gets like 500,000 or 50,000 subscribers and all the consequences of that and how it affects their daily life. So definitely an interesting read, especially since it centers around social media. This may come as a surprise to some of you, but I'm actually listening to Gemini by Amie Kaufman and Kristoff on audiobook. This is one of my favorite books of all time. I always rave about it, but this is the first time I've listened to it on audiobook and I'm about halfway through. I love this series because there's so many narratives and there's so much going on and it's told through, you know, transcripts, surveillance footage, images, chat logs, but when you listen to the audiobook, it actually gives you like a next level experience. For instance, there's a lot of sound effects, there's shooting and explosions, and you get to hear the lollipop song. And like, just from the little snippets of that you hear in the audiobook, you're like, oh yeah, it is a bit catchy, and I'm kind of humming away at it before I sleep at night. But anyway, so that is Gemini, and I think this must be the 4th time that I'll be reading it or listening to it. Gosh, I love this book so much, and I can't wait for Obsidio. Another series that I like to reread annually is the Six of Crows series, and that starts with Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo and Crooked Kingdom. I love this series because there's only 2 books in here, and it wraps up so nicely. I love every single one of the characters here. They're diverse. They are so incredibly shippable. I love Kaz and how he's a bit of an anti-hero. My favorite ship though is Nina and Matthias. Nina and Matthias was so cute, and everyone else seems to ship the other 2 ships in here, but they are my life. So I'm going to be rereading both of these books. I absolutely love them. Another one of my favorite series. Another book that I am really looking forward to is Renegades by Marissa Meyer, and this is the ARC edition from Pan Macmillan, Australia, so it's not terribly exciting. I've heard mixed reviews about this actually. It's about secret identities, it's about superheroes, it's about someone who wants vengeance, and it definitely sounds like it's totally up my alley. I also got some other books from the library because I obviously don't have enough books to read, guys. The first of that is The Reader by Tracy Chi. I wanted to read this one because my co-blogger Isla raved about it and she said it was built upon some mythology that was done really well. I always like to support POC authors and check out their books. So this one is a fantasy read that I actually haven't heard too much about. I know there's pirates, there's secrets to discover, there's a girl who lives her life on the run and she flees to the forest and they survive in the wilderness, and yes, I've heard the mythology and the magic in here is actually really good, so I cannot wait. The next book on my spring TBR, and we'll see what I'll add next because I'm a massive mood reader, but that is The Colour Project by Sierra Abrams, and Sierra is actually my friend on Twitter, so I thought I would support her by picking up her book. So this is a contemporary book about 2 high schoolers. The Colour Project is a charity project that they've put together. It's about a girl called Bee, and she takes upon the weight of her family and she finds out who Levi really is. So that's probably not the best wrap up that I can give you, but I shall have more when I read the book, and make sure you check out the blurb as well. So these are the books on my spring TBR, or that at least I'm going to tackle in the next few weeks. we will see how I go. I often like to change my mind, but yes, if you have any comments about any of these books, if you want me to pick up any sooner because you want to hear my thoughts, please let me know in the comments down below. So yes, as always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. Thanks guys, I'll see you guys next time.